My name is Herb Thompson. I am a photographer and the artist on display here in City Hall. Originally started toying with photography back in the early 80s when I was assigned with the Air Force in Cambridge, England. Started doing some work there, and when I came to Offutt Air Force Base, which was our last duty assignment, showed my work to the Omaha Star newspaper. The publisher put me to work as a freelance photographer, and it just kind of grew from there. When the transition in technology from your standard digital camera over into smartphone photography, it just seemed like the logical thing. Very convenient. There's a popular saying among photographers that the best camera is the one that you have with you, and most of us almost always have our smartphone with us. On display here are several images of mine, and they're particularly special to me because of the fact that they are all prints from cell phone photography, a project that I started back in 2016. So it's basically a series on trees, all of them photographed using a cell phone, either the Samsung S9 or the S22, which I'm using now. And in these 4 glass cases, I have some 8x10 images. And this one over here is actually in our backyard. I call it Mary's Garden. And there's a tree that slightly out of focus that frames it from the left. The old-fashioned green chair we found for about $2 at a yard sale. We've laid some paving stones in order to create a bench in honor of my sister who lost her fight with cancer back in May. So we've chosen a bench, but we haven't really decided to buy it and bring it in. But when we found this green chair, I had to put it there, and I just love it. I don't really sit in it, but I love photographing this chair. This one here also relates to my sister. In San Antonio, on a break from spending time in the hospital with my sister during her chemo treatments, she gave me permission to go out for a walk. She knows how much I love to just go out on a short photo walk. And as I was pretty much mesmerized by this tree, a stranger just slowly walks into frame. And it was so meaningful to me, and still is, because it sort of captured how I was feeling. Not necessarily heavy, but just a very different experience watching my sister in her battle with cancer. And that one I called Alone in San Antonio. This one here is also a favorite of mine. The Field Club, I think it's a historic district in Omaha, not far from VA, and I can remember coming from a VA appointment one day and just noticed the wonderful structure of the trees from a distance. So I pulled into the parking lot, got my cell phone out and set it up, and took a number of photographs, but I just really liked that one because I'm one of those who just actually appreciates the 4 seasons. You've got folks who either don't like it hot or don't like it cold. I like to see all 4 seasons to see how life kind of progresses in terms of the life of nature, of trees. Right, and this one, lastly, is my wife's favorite. She allowed me to take it off the wall in her office for this exhibit. It's actually, again, early morning on this one. Before I retired in 2020 from the Postal Service, I worked between 2 different facilities, and I was able to walk back and forth to get my exercise in. And this is actually St. Mary's. If you think of the Flatiron building, it's just this side of the pavement, but that wonderful sunrise coming up through the trees. And I'm not even bothered that, I lost a little bit of detail in the shadows on this side, but my wife really loves this one. St. Mary's Sunrise, it's called. So hopefully you'll be able to come out and have a look around.